Hi everyone, Elisa here from Llama Unraveled Crochet. Today I'm here because I dyed yarn. So I've been very excited. I've been wanting to dye yarn for a while. I was trying to get a bunch of stuff together for it. I was slowly buying stuff. I had originally bought the Tulip, I bought Kool-Aid mix, and I bought the Tulip tie-dye stuff to do it that way. And I bought food coloring because I was going to try different ways. And then my kids really wanted to dye yarn, and they've been very excited for that. And I was going to buy gloves and everything, and every time I made an order somewhere, I was adding another piece of what I needed. But then one day, they decided they weren't doing anything that day unless I dyed yarn. And they held their ground. So it was just too cute that they wanted to dye my yarn for me. So we dyed yarn. Now I used food coloring. I used, I believe it was neon food coloring from McCormick. And it was like pink, orange, teal, and purple were the colors they had. So I just I did it on the stove. I did on the pot. Now I only had one small pot that I didn't care about in order to use because I wanted to have separate stuff, a whole section of stuff for when I dye yarn. And I also hadn't had a chance to buy bare yarn from anywhere. So I used the yarn called Norsec from Ice. It was mostly alpaca, and then it had some other, it was like 80% other fibers. I think at 20% polyamide, but it was like alpaca, wool, other stuff. So it was like 80% natural fibers. So I decided we'd try that. Now I didn't have gloves, so, and I didn't want to take them outside. So, and I wanted to do it over the range. So we decided to do cake dyeing. So I turned the yarn into cakes, and I was also trying to do, I know I've watched a lot of Rebecca from Chem Knits videos, and I tried to do like dye the cake so that it's like a gradient and it's lighter inside, but she did that with Kool-Aid. So I was curious to see what would happen if I did that with food coloring. Didn't quite work out that way, but it still came out really cool. And so the first one was mostly one color, and it did have some flecks of other color in it just because I purposely put a bunch of them in the same container after I dyed them, so this way the colors would maybe drip onto the other colors and see what would happen. And then, so I was using tongs, and then the tongs broke, and in the middle of that one, so then I kind of dropped that one the wrong way, and I was trying to like dye different colors on that one. So then instead of doing like one color, I put it in so that the color on the bottom was all orange, and I was trying to do another color on the top, so it was like purple or something, and I ended up dropping it sideways because the tongs broke. And then there was another yarn that I tried to do it again, and it got all funky colors because I didn't, at that point I was using the other end of a wooden spoon. I was using the pokey part to kind of, or the opposite end, and not even the spoon part. I was using the other end to kind of stick a hole in the cake and kind of move it around that way, which didn't go well. And then my husband came up and he goes, "Your tongs didn't really break, it just popped out of the hole." So he just put the rubber piece back on the tongs, and then we were back in business. But it was a little chaotic, but the kids and I had a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and look at them. So this is the first one I did. Now the screen is definitely making it a little bit brighter than it actually came out. It's just slightly duller, but I do have to say I am very happy with the color and how it came out. It's very pretty. So this is mostly pink. There's some lighter sections of pink and darker sections, and then you see some purple ended up in there because I did that on purpose. I stuck one of the purple skins on top to see what happened if it dripped on it, if I got any flecks in there. So that was the first one. And then this was one of my disasters, but I do think it did come out kind of nice. I like the variegation, the color. I just wish it was more orange, and like the orange was brighter. But this one was the one that I put the orange dye in, and I put the cake in, and the bottom up kind of dyed about halfway through, and then I wanted to take the cake out, put the purple dye in, flip it over, and I dropped it sideways in the pot, and because that's when the tongs broke, that I dropped it sideways, and then so it went, well, oh, here we go. So if this was a cake, I went to stick it in this way, and it landed this way. So most of the orange got dyed up here, and then it got dyed at the bottom, and I was trying to not let the dye spread to this side, but it just spread, and it came out this like weird orange and purple. But it's not bad. Not bad for my first time. I definitely have to play with that. This one's pretty true to color. So it definitely was brighter in the pot, and it came out a lot duller afterward. Next time I dye, I'm gonna get some berry art and see what happens. Okay, so then I tried to redo the orange, and I tried to do it again so that I dyed it with the pink on the bottom. And I also thought, because I know purple spreads very easily, it turns colors very easily, it turns other colors very easily. So I thought, let me try pink. I thought pink and orange might go better, and it did. It definitely came out much better with the pink and the orange. Very excited for that one. And then this one was originally my favorite colorway, and I really like mint green and purple together. That's my favorite combination. And it was a lot brighter, and a lot of this color washed out, but it's still very pretty. So you can see all the flecks of purple and mint green. And then you can even see there's a little bit of blue in there, because I know purple breaks into blue sometimes, I believe. But that came out very well. I'm sorry if these don't seem quite skeined out. This was Mr. Yarn Entangler's first time making a skein, or twisting it. My first time dyeing, the kids and I, and then his first time figuring all this out. He was very, very helpful. He built us nitty natties and everything, and did a great job. And wound the wine for he wound the yarn for us so it could dry and everything. So this is another one. So this was supposed to be teal, and I think I left the remnants. So I dyed the purple one, which I'll show you that in a minute. So I dyed this one, and I think it was this one. What did I dye that? One of them I dyed purple, and then after it took up most of the dye and I took it out, I put this one in with teal, and that's how it came up. It's got the like teal and the blue to it, which is really cool. I think that was this one, or did I put it in the center? Yeah, no, I left the remnants of the purple. I think a little bit of it got blue instead of teal, but still very, very cool. So I don't like dyeing solid colors. I like different shades of that color within it. Like, I like something interesting, so it's very unique. So the last one is this purple one. So you've got kind of like a weird light purple and blue. In fact, it does have blue in it, but it's looking a lot brighter and a lot bluer in the screen than it actually is. It's a little bit duller. But that's the last one we dyed. So hope we're gonna get some more, and eventually we're gonna dye some more yarns. But that was what we got so far. It's a lot of fun, very exciting. And if you have any tips for dyeing, let me know down below. I'd love to try something new. I'm gonna try maybe dipping sections of it and dyeing it as a hank next time instead of a cake. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do Kool-Aid next or tie-dye. Maybe tie-dye, just because I want to do that outside and get that done before winter comes. But let me know if you've got any tips, or if you've dyed before, and tell me how it went. That's all I have for you today. So have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.